Oh, dude, you mind if I
idea.
throw in a Zen on the pod?
Oh, this is a pro Zen pod.
I think this will add to the podcast if I throw in a Zen.
Well, they are cool now.
Are you in on the Zen yet?
I did Zens before they were cool. Actually.
What are you packing them for? I don't know. What are you packing?
I know. I asked him that before. I'm gonna be honest. So for Zens, they're kind of weird to me because I like dipping. I like spitting.
Deep upper dipper.
You know what I mean? Like I like spitting.
That was my least favorite part about
I
dip.
like when they're. My least favorite part was when you have a spitter and it's a little bit too full and like you're all the way at the top.
My least favorite part of dipping was the constant wondering if it was in my teeth or not. Like when you talk, dip sucks, and I did it a long time.
Yeah, that was insane.
I did it for so long.
I smoked. I mean, I started smoking cigarettes, high school, and then went to dip, and then I never did pot though. But like tobacco specifically, and then like cigarettes are. Here's a problem with cigarettes is they're amazing.
They're perfect.
Like they're so nice, but they're bad for you. And dip is also nice, but it's just I hate it.
It feels like it's less bad for you somehow.
It's probably worse.
It probably worse, but somehow it feels like it's not that bad.
I didn't like how messy it was. You put it in, now your fingers dippy, and then your lips are like.
I liked it. I liked all the work that went into it. I hated like the sick feeling you'd get if you kept it in too long.
Yeah, and then you just want to throw up,
falling asleep with it in. Horrible.
I've never.
It's the worst. Oh, also taking a sip of your dip spit.
Oh, the classic drunk
I never
mistake.
done.
Yeah, you have an empty Coors Light. You just you're hammered at 2 a.m. You're like.
It is so bad. It's so horrible.
My buddy and I used to dip. I lived in a house with my buddies, 4 of us in a house. So you can imagine how that went. And we were all 21, and just me and my other buddy would dip, and we would spit into the bottles, and then we would dump it into like a 2-liter, and it took like 3 months to fill up this 2-liter. Of dip spit.
I'm gonna throw up.
And
it's so gross.
And we just kept it in under the sink. And so after 3 months, we filled it up, and we were like, "Oh, what should we do with it?" Like, it's like a real work of art at this point.
Art.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's something
because like each layer's kind of different color.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nasty.
It was like worse than diarrhea.
You should turn that into the fucking CDC for study. Dude.
We should. It was probably corrosive, like battery acid. Like,
that's so bad.
If we spilled it, it probably would have melted through the floor.
Absolutely would have.
It was that bad. So we were like, what do we do with it? So.
Oh, God.
My buddy was like.
Oh, God.
My buddy had his gun on him. He was like, what if we just shoot it? So we went to the backyard, because you can do that in Tennessee. And he puts it on a stump of wood.
Oh, my God.
And he shoots it, Glock, and it just explodes. And we're like, that was pretty funny. 2 seconds later, the wave
of smell,
of stench was so bad. I can't express, because it was sealed. Like, we kept it sealed. And every time you'd open it, it'd go tss, like
like it was pressurized.
Yeah, like it was carbonated or something. It was so bad that he threw up, and I immediately had to shit my pants. Like, I ran to the bathroom and I diarrheaed.
Your body was like, something's wrong.
Oh my God, that is so disgusting.
It didn't go away for 2 days.
Oh my God.
And then a week later, he came and he mowed the lawn, and it like stirred it back up. And like it went into like the vent outside the house and like sucked it through the air.
You got a second wave going.
It was so bad.
That's horrible.
Yeah. That's why I don't dip anymore, Tom.
See,
oh man.
I have used an old spitter and opened it and been like, woo!
Yeah.
And closed it. So I can't even imagine. Oh my God.
I have not dipped since that time.
That is so disgusting.
It ruined it for me. I think there's something to this. Sorry, I want to throw up just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's so gross.
Maybe if everybody in the world did this, what we did, it would stop people from dipping.
I mean, yeah, probably. There's a reason why if you get your kid, like your kid gets caught, or you catch your kid smoking, you make him smoke the whole pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you catch your kid dipping, make him save it up in a 2-liter and shoot it with a Glock.
Yeah,
and he'll never dip again.
Yeah, but you got to let it ferment for a couple months.
Oh, it was fermented, my friend.
That is so absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. And then once you stop, like it's, I don't know, just once you stop, like
it's so easy.
We're like 4 months no cigarettes.
I love that.
And like once you stop, you do realize you're like, oh man, it's so much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was the hardest part? Like probably the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, the first week, yeah. 2 weeks. It's the hardest part.
Nah, dude.
Because you had a schedule. Like every day, like whatever time you're like, you wake up, maybe have one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I used to start every day with a cup of black coffee, and then there's this little like outdoor balcony on our apartment. I would sit out there with a black cup of coffee and a cigarette, and that's how I would start my day. The hardest part was
this was Hayden's coffee too. Are you aware of Hayden's coffee?
No.
Oh my god,
it's dark.
It's
almost as acidic as that dip can.
It's like a black hole, man.
Yeah.
This dude's coffee is dark.
And so I'd start my day with that. And the hardest part was sitting out there with the coffee and not having a cigarette for the first 3 days. But if you get through the first 3 days afterwards, just the coffee's enough. You're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
you can
also,
push through, yeah.
Also, another hard part was them just not being there. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say that.
Like, because if you have some there, you can you trick yourself. You're like, okay, I won't smoke, but at least I have some.
100%.
At least it's there if I do it.
That's why when we quit, I had half a pack left. I smoked Camels, and in the night that we quit, I took them over to the sink and I turned the faucet on and just I hosed them and threw them in the trash because I knew that like come 2 a.m. when I was hammered inevitably, I'd go sift into the trash like a fiend, like they're still in there.
Yeah, you can't just throw them away. You got to destroy them.
Yeah,
they can't be in the apartment.
Yeah, I mean that's how I quit vaping just recently because if I don't have I just was like I'm just not because I'm spending so much money on these dumb vapes.
Yeah,
so I'm like if I just don't have them,
you're better off smoking cigarettes.
Then I can't do it. If I don't have it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So then, like, even if I craved it, I'm like, well, I don't even have it.
Yeah, that's a big thing with like booze too. Like, we like to booze it up,
Yes.
Hey,
man. And if I didn't have it like in the apartment, I have no desire to go out to a bar to get a drink because that's just not who I am. I don't want to go out to a bar and get a drink. I want to make one in my apartment and in my jammies and play Grand Theft Auto and 9, But like, if it wasn't in the apartment, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go.
But it's always in the apartment.
Well, yeah.